The last thing that happened was that Yeoman William was discovered with a bump on his head, and he's a goner, unfortunately.
I've been told he confessed to a murder.
He did confess to a murder, yeah. He confessed to the murder of a colleague of his when he was in the Coast Guard at Grobsmith.
I thought you were going to say Comey for a minute. I was like, getting to this, are we?
No, a colleague. Well, I suppose it could be a comrade, potentially. But yes, killed in a moment of anger when he discovered that this colleague of his was sleeping with his wife.
Doing a lot of sleeping.
Yeah. But shortly after that, he snuffed it. So,
we also came to the conclusion that Sir Dawid is somewhere on the island with us. Like one of us is Sir Dawid.
Oh.
I have it written down in my notebook. That's all I know.
That's what I thought. It's not been confirmed, but that's my theory.
I can't remember what.
You certainly went looking for him, or rather Alanthea and Reeve and Throdrick and Monk Hammond went looking for him, but didn't discover anything. So that's where we're at, guys. What would you like to do? It is approaching dusk.
We were going to try and leave the island, but then we kept changing our mind over when we were leaving the island.
We couldn't leave it anyway because the geezer with the boat was nowhere to be seen.
We're going to make a raft out of all the doors.
Yes, because I'm amazed doors. I can do that. Get me some rope.
We've got rope.
And
the doors.
Okay, so who is heading up to get the doors? Is everybody going, or some of you?
Get some doors.
Yeah, you're the strong one. You get the doors.
I don't know if anyone's joining me, but I'm going to break down some doors.
You're going to go and break some doors down. Well,
excellent.
I certainly think you're strong enough to break some doors down. Each of the doors on the main door is probably about 2 meters high by about 1 meter. How many doors would you like?
How many of us are there?
Right, so if we're thinking like Titanic, like 2-person a door, let's be realistic.
We can put more than 2 people on door and just fucking sit up.
Back 'em.
So, Mickey, you're carting doors back and forwards, are you?
I guess so, yes.
So as you start to head back up, Reeve says to you, "This seems silly, it's getting dark. Why don't we just head back to the house and we can construct the raft there?"
Don't go back to the house.
No, house is
We're
dangerous.
gonna freaking die if we go back to the house. Are we gonna die anyway? Hold on, I need to read the poem. What did we get to? Oh no, I didn't write down, did I? No, wait, no. No, I didn't.
What number game are we on, Lars?
This is session 32.
Yeah, it's going to keep us alive for at least another 18.
I do want to get to 50.
We're gonna die. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm talking about everybody here.
I want to keep you alive permanently. I just, but 50 would be kind of cool, wouldn't it? 50 sessions.
But then we don't get to make new characters. If you kill us off, we get to make new characters.
Are you
No, I
getting
can't
fed
do
up
that.
with Charles?
Wait till we catch my character.
I like my character.
I'm not
I
fed up.
just end up making an almost identical character because I always play tanks.
You mean after I spent all this time painting your miniature, Charles? You want to kill it off?
He can be a similar looking wizard.
Oh, by the way, I got an egg. Egg is currently mid-painting.
Oh my god, that's so cute.
Yeah. So I'm hoping you're going to go back and pick Egg up at some point.
Oh yeah, we're not going to
He
forget
was like
that.
concerned that you were trying to get us to leave him with the old lady, and we're like emotionally preparing to leave Egg behind. But if we're all good and keeping Egg, we're keeping Egg.
Yeah, I hope so. But he's a really cool mini anyway, so I'll be very happy to paint him up. Anyway, we're getting a little bit sidetracked. So, what's the verdict, guys? Are you going to stay on the shore by the fire, or are you going to head back to the house?
Stay by the fire and we'll take turns doing a watch at night.
Yeah. I think
Everybody
that'd be
happy with that
safest.
decision?
Island before tonight.
In the dark?
One of us is gonna die tonight
Why?
because that's
Because
just
that's how it.
Not
Never
us,
recommend.
though. One of
No,
the
We're
murderers.
trying to minimize casualties.
Not us, we're the main characters.
Okay, so
Again, me
Reeve,
and Charles, when we say us, we mean us, as in us and all these strangers.
And we don't care about those.
Together.
We don't care about those.
We don't care about them. Why are we building a giant raft to get us all off the island?
yeah. We'll just build a smaller raft and get us off the island.
We're like, we'll come back for you once we find the boat guy on the other side, and then we just leave.
we'll come
Yeah.
back.
So a raft for 4 is where we're going with this.
No.
Are you planning on leaving Alanthea there as well then,
I
Hagen?
was gonna
Oh,
say,
5. Oh,
That would be quite funny.
cut that bit out. Cut that bit out.
Tom comes back next session and we've
We've all gone.
abandoned him on the island.
He won't notice with his perception. So Reeve and Thodrick say, well, if you're sure that we're going to stay on the shore, then can we at least come and give you a hand with the doors?
And I go, no, you'll be in my way unless any of you is extremely crafty.
never mind.
Rude. Really rude.
I'll be quicker without you.
What actually is your craft?
Nice, my craft is nice. Where's the piece of paper gone?
Yeah, but like, what actually is it?
This is my piece of paper.
This is my piece of paper. 9.
Wait, if that's your piece, where's my second piece of paper?
You have 2 pieces of paper?
Yeah.
No,
Rules.
you shouldn't need. Oh yeah, you have a copy of the rules. You don't need the rules.
No, but it's got my notes on the back of it. I'm lazy.
That is foolish.
Not as lazy as me. I've got no notes. 9. My craft is 9. It's a healthy number.
Next time.
Okay, yeah, then like I
Okay.
figured nobody else is gonna be any help because your craft is weirdly hard. I guess
So I'm gonna say after about what should we
we're just
say?
squabbling over if they can help.
About half an hour's worth of time, you have 4 doors at the signal fire that you lit on the shore.
Yep.
And it is now dark.
Dark.
Dark. Pitch black. Can't see anything beyond the firelight of the fire.
He wants
You
us on the
also
island. Someone else is
notice
gonna die.
that the building across the way where the boatman was, there is no light coming from that building either.
He's dead.
Or he's Sir Doward.
Ooh.
Ali, are you going to craft your raft now, or would you like to craft your raft in the morning?
Well, I feel that this is a team effort because you're going to have to like hold the rope for me and stuff. So,
Ugh.
what do you all want to do? Do you want to hold torches while I build the raft, or do you want to bed
I mean-
down? We'll do it in the early morning daylight.
How long can we go into the night before we would be affected by like being exhausted the next day? I think we'd have to get sleep unless we're like elves, but I'm not an elf.
Neither am I.
Pass out at 2 a.m.
I
I
am a
would
hobbit.
say that to craft your raft successfully, you're going to need at least 2 hours.
I was going to say it's going to take me a couple of hours.
That's alright.
You guys can go to sleep, and like I'll start with Hagen until the raft is done, and then we can wake you guys up and we'll sit. Thank you. And
Okay.
then we can swap.
So,
What's next on the poem?
would you like to see the poem again?
It's like the 8 little goblins traveling in van, and one said he'd stay there. And then there were 7.
And that was poor old yeoman William.
Okay. So chopping up sticks. Somebody's gonna get cut in half.
Oh, good.
Yeah. Who's been chopping up sticks?
So,
I'm having to
in
chop up sticks.
theory,
Yeah.
we should be able to see this one before it happens, not like the one who died in his sleep.
Cool.
However, I have a feeling it won't help us work out what's going on because, like, like either somebody will cut somebody else in half or somebody will chop themselves in half. And if they chop themselves in half, we can't ask them what the hell they did that for because they're dead. And if somebody else does it, we'll be like, why are you
Still
murdering?
can't ask him. If somebody else does it, we still can't ask him because they'll still be dead.
What if somebody else chops one of the other members in half? We can be like, why did you do that? But they might also just be like, do what? Because their house is cursed? Question mark.
It might not be literally chopping himself in half.
Well, the
Maybe
others-
it's more of
the
a
others know what they
metaphorical.
sounded like.
It might be just accidentally chopping his head off.
One overslept himself and then there were 8.
Yeah.
So he died in his sleep.
The first one though, one choked his little self. That happened, remember, at the dinner.
Yeah. And
One
then
face planted into
Yeah,
his
but
dinner.
it was choking on food, right? Or choking on the whatever was
Yeah.
in the dinner. Okay. One said he'd stay there. He wasn't in. We were gonna go, right?
went off
And he
to,
just
like-
spontaneously died.
No, he confessed his sins to you, and you like forgave him or whatever.
Yeah.
And then he went off to like
But
reflect.
that, yeah,
in the
but that
trees.
doesn't mean he was gonna
Not
say
like-
he was gonna like stay there or whatever.
Ooh.
Wait, he said he wanted a moment to. He wanted some time to himself, right?
Yeah, he did.
Maybe.
went off-
I guess that counted.
maybe it's the only.
Okay, so maybe it is literal.
He's dead.
Oh, did you find the body?
How can we avoid a
Yes, Charles, we're
chopping
going back over.
accident? We just need.
That's
Just
the thing.
not
Only
chop
half in
This
shit.
one
I
would
thought
be really
we were
bloody as
trying to build a
well.
raft.
Yeah, we're trying to build a raft and in the dark. So we're going to need to use this like flaming torches, which will also be handy to hit people if they creep up on us.
Maybe
Got
we
a lantern that we can light. So I've still got loads of oil because I keep forgetting to use my lantern, even though I bought more oil.
I'm kind of just thinking, yeah, as long as you guys buy some oil every so often.
I've got 2 pints of lamp oil.
To be fair though, you haven't needed it much recently.
I can kill a lot of people with that.
Oh,
Oh, it's fine.
yeah, you knocked a goblin over a balcony with that once.
What we're going to do, should we at least give it a go for like an hour, Mick? And then we'll have to stay up and take turns keeping guard at least, because otherwise someone's going to come along and try and like chop stuff up and take the wood and make a raft themselves and then cut themselves off, possibly just cut their head off.
Yes. Okay. So we should stay up and travel to the raft while everybody else sleeps, and then we'll just pop over.
Okay, so you're going to have a go at this raft to start with, Hagen?
Yeah.
Ooh.
So I'm going to say then, Hagen, that for you to craft this raft at the moment, I'm going to say you can spend an hour on it to half craft it. I'm also going to give you a -1 because of the darkness to your craft.
Harsh.
Okay, I have a craft of 7, so should I roll as well as an
Oh.
I'd
assist?
be like, can I assist? My craft is
You two can definitely craft a raft if you want, and if either of you successfully get your roll -1, then I will say that the raft is half crafted.
Gonna half craft a raft. Okay.
Of craft raft.
Too many false R's in all of that sentence.
There was way too many.
We're going to half craft a raft.
Yeah.
half craft
Doesn't,
and raft.
doesn't rhyme. Where are the dice? 6!
You've already thrown!
Yeah. I did that before.
So,
I'm using the d20 from
We can both use it.
I failed my craft roll, so I'm not helping.
Do I have to throw as well, or shall I just help?
I will say that if Charles has rolled a 6, that you have together successfully half crafted your raft. However,
that. Have you considered if Mum also succeeds,
We could
then
have
we'll
a
have
whole
all
raft.
crafted
you
off.
could, but I'm going to say not within that amount of time.
He wants us to die. He wants us
No,
to
I
die.
don't want you to die.
So full of shit.
I'm trying to be realistic. Crafting a raft in darkness next to a fire is a tricky thing. to
Chill.
do.
It's not like we can like leave in the middle of the night anyway, because we won't be able to see where we're paddling to.
That is so true.
Good point,
I
Ezra.
think we've just got to risk it.
So, I'm going to say that it's crafted, half crafted, but by that point, you're both feeling pretty tired. Your fingers are pretty achy from tying the knots. And you feel so tired that you feel like you need to rest. So, what's the plan? The rest of the party, you can see that Reeve and Throdrick are still up, keeping an eye on everybody. But pretty much everybody else is kind of bedded down around the fire. They've thrown cloaks over themselves, and they're looking pretty sleepy. What are you guys going to do?
Go to sleep.
All of us.
Yeah.
And then someone's going to be dead when we wake up in the morning.
Well, this will be a
Pretty
good
crafting, so
figure
I
out
should
whether the
leave
house
it extra, so can we stay up
the
late?
whole island is cursed.
I mean, it won't be one of us.
Little experiment.
It's just speed run this and leave by ourselves and let everybody stay on the island to die. Like, it's not our problem. We're not gonna die. We were not accused of murder.
So everybody's falling asleep?
No, that's fine.
No, I think we should.
I'll stay up and do a watch because I didn't do any crafting.
Right, so yeah, we should be okay. At least for a little bit.
If you do a watch for a bit and then wake us up.
Ezra, you're staying up. So, got to a point where, Ezra, you were looking for some clay, and I was just about to ask you to make a perception check to see whether you can find some.
Yes.
So, could you make a perception check, please?
And I failed it.
Okay, so despite having a good look around, you can't seem to locate any clay, unfortunately. What would you like to do, guys?
Charles is going to move on from the aerobics, which necessitates everyone removing their shoes.
Ah, okay. So,
Big but subtle winks.
big but subtle.
If someone could swoop in and bring me some shoes.
Okay, so I am going to ask you to make a persuasion check, please, Charles. Can you persuade people to lose their shoes?
It would help, however, my persuasion is worse than my perception. Got into the camp Venom spirit with my camp shirt.
I'm destroying everything.
It's quite fitting because it says death is coming. So.
That is really fitting, yeah. Absolutely.
Wow.
2!
Okay, so you successfully manage to get everybody to take their shoes. Can you tell me exactly how you do that? How do you convince them?
Separate them into gender stereotype piles. For ease, I don't know.
Oh, you come on, how are you going to persuade them?
Because we need men's shoes.
Yep.
I say, everybody, we're going to move on to some yoga now, and in order to feel the chi from nature, you need to have your bare feet on the ground.
They're all killers.
Okay, so as you say that,
Okay,
Amaril,
but we don't want anyone's shoes to get confused, so if you could go put them in a little
In the
pit,
back.
In the
Behind
back.
you.
Order, alphabetical
and then
order.
just write your name next to them in the sand.
so you'll know who your shoes are. Which are your shoes? Okay, okay. So Amaril says that she feels like they should have some sort of mat to do this on, but she's quite happy.
No. Yoga in the sand. You never have mats when you're doing yoga in the sand.
Fair enough.
You need to feel the sand between your toes to really get the feeling.
Okay, she's brought in everybody,
Self with
in
nature.
fact, and even has lined up their shoes kind of Seven Dwarfs style with their names written in the sand next to their boots. Okay, So you are leading your yoga session, Charles.
It's very interactive. Like it requires a lot of attention.
Okay, thank you. Good letting me know that.
Start with salutation to the sun. It's the morning.
I don't. Yeah. Okay.
They don't.
Whilst you
Completely
say
make it.
that, Charles, you notice that Dame Mahenold is looking a little bit queasy. But you carry on. What else is happening?
Oh no! Did that
Wheezy.
letter say anything about anyone vomiting to death?
Do you want to say it again?
Yes, please.
The last one was no, I've also
It was
forgotten.
the bees, wasn't it?
Yeah, the hive.
Oh
Oh,
no!
Hives. The illness hives. Allergic
I
reaction.
was going to say hives
Yeah,
isn't
yeah.
an
I've
illness.
got beast on one of them, and then there were 5. That one's next. Totally next.
Ooh, looks like we've got
Allergic reaction, I think.
bees. Oops. What are they, like tunneler bees?
Sorry.
Bees? What
It
are they
doesn't
called?
really matter, does it? You've only got to have a bee land on the sand and someone who's allergic to it steps on it for the second time, because it never happens first time. You're buggered.
We gotta let's solve this murder first.
Okay.
Okay, are there any
One thing at a
shoes
time.
that look like they obviously don't match the prints?
Yes, Amaryl Kakas's kind of thigh-high sexy boots are definitely not a candidate. And not Amaryl, I've just talked about her. Dame Mahenild's kind of flat-bottomed, very plain shoes also do not look like a candidate. However, Monk Hammond, Chancellor Remont, Beeve Gilliam, Throdrick Brubane, who else have we got? I'm trying to think if we've got anybody else. Jeronin's dead. I think that's a lot, actually.
What was the second name? Because I remember he used the fancy dude, but I can't remember his name, so I wrote fancy dude in my book.
So there's Monk Hammond, Chancellor Remont,
That's the one.
Reeve Gilliam, Throdrick Brubane,
Reeve.
Yeoman William's dead. Jeronin's dead. Long River's dead. I think that's your lot.
Okay.
Let me just check my diary.
We should have 6 left.
Yep. 4 guys and 2 girls. Yep.
Okay, so we need to look at all the guys' shoes
Yes.
and compare the footprints to the tracks. Can we do that?
Yeah.
Indeed.
How are we going to do that?
You
You
want
pick
to
up the shoes, take them towards the print, turn the shoe upside down, compare it to the print.
Okay.
Yeah, that's your lot. That's your remaining blokes.
Awesome.
Can I take one of each of our suspects' shoes?
Take one at a time so you don't mix them up.
Okay, who are you taking?
When I come back, we can just simply see whose
Oh, that's a
shoes
good
is
point.
whose.
That's a good point.
Right, pardon, Lars?
Oh, sorry. So you're taking.
We're taking one of each of the guys' shoes. So,
Who's
like,
taking first?
Ezra will
Okay.
pick up, like, the monk shoes and Throdrick shoes, and I'll pick up Reeves and Ramont's shoes.
Okay, so can you both make stealth checks, please?
Oh man, we should have got Hagen to do it.
True story, dude.
Yeah, what are you
To
doing?
be fair, once we've got hold of the
I'm
shoes, what are they going to
sorry.
do about it? Fight me for it?
Hang
Shut
on a
up.
second.
Yeah, and then they're
We
just
can try.
making themselves guilty. Oh yeah, baby.
Okay.
I got a 2, I passed.
Or is my stealth good god?
Simultaneous yoga session.
Lovely.
Very busy.
Did you pass then, Mick, or no?
I did, like, right on. I got exactly what I need.
Guys, I'm going to give you +1 to your stealth rolls because Charles's yoga is so interactive.
Oh, Lars, we don't even need it, yo, because we both got it.
Awesome.
We
Okay.
just got it, so the plus
So,
Well, that's true.
whose boot are you trying to match up first?
So it's the 2 suspect males we had, right?
There's
We've got
4
two
potential
men
males.
shoes.
Oh, okay.
You've got the monks and Troderick's, and I've got Reeves and Ramon.
Okay. And we'd like to go compare them to the tracks.
Okay, so who are you checking first? Whose boot?
Lars, while they're doing that, can I get on with making the raft?
You can, yes. I'll
Not
ask you to
usually
do
yoga.
a craft.
How dare you?
I'll ask you to do a craft check in a minute. We'll...
Oh, it's...
Okay,
You'll never know. It's under the kitchen table. Making my dice all gross.
8!
Is that a pass? Is that a pass, Hagen?
Yes.
Okay, so whilst they're checking the boots and Charles is leading her yoga session, you do complete the construction of your raft. Okay,
Deep forward fold.
whose boot are you checking
check
first?
Ramon's boot first.
Okay, so as you check Ramont's boot to the prints, you notice that it does match the prints that comes back from the house.
So it's that one, straight up.
Well, we should compare the others first, just in case.
Let's try the others, just to make sure they're not all wearing the same boot
Yeah.
for some
Okay.
reason.
So Reeves' boot, you notice, is slightly shorter, but also slightly wider than the
Okay.
boot. Gilliam's is a little longer and a little narrower than Chancellor Ramont's boot. And Monk Hammond's has a completely different tread to the bottom of it.
Right.
Okay. Right. Mercer, I think we'll leave the confrontation and the excitement, I mean, this really horrible, annoying thing that keeps happening to you.
Me?
Wait till I finish the raft.
No, I said Mercer, not you, Charles.
You have finished the raft.
Sorry, Charles, you're leading the aerobics.
So Charles, as you lead
Confrontation.
the
I'm
aerobics,
already in a leading position.
Don't worry, Charles. I'll get to you in a second.
Charles, do
wanna
you
be
know any
involved.
of the positions' names that you're leading in yoga?
No.
Deep forward fold.
I'm making.
One where you sort of do this.
We've moved
Sun
to
salute.
the corpse pose now, which is where you just lie back in the sand and look up at the sky.
Shavasana.
It's like a cool down.
Shavasana.
Okay. So as you're cooling down, the rest of the guys that you have in your yoga session start to sit up, with the exception of Dame Mahanild, who is still staring at the sky.
I'm going to take a look at B.
Yep. The one who's looking.
Okay. Can I go and put the rest of the shoes back, but pick up Ramont's other shoes, so I'm holding both of his shoes?
You can. Make a stealth check, please.
Well, at least I've still got one of the shoes if I need it. Completely.
Charles,
What?
quick, yell in distraction. Point at her and say she's dead.
Cheers, dude.
Okay, so I'm going to say that does successfully distract everybody. Nobody notices Mercer, you putting the boots back and taking Ramont's other boot. Okay.
While
So,
everybody is staring at the body, I'm going to go over to Charles and quietly be like, Ramont did it. Be subtle about it, though.
Okay.
Okay,
I
how
feel
do
like
we...
the shoes totally match him. He totally cut that dude in half.
Okay. Charles.
Nobody even knows that someone is dead yet. They're just like, he's just not here.
We have the perfect time to make a very dramatic entrance. Ezra, you could like carry the body back. And I've
Oh my
got
god,
the
that's so
shoes.
good. Yes, because I'm still checking the... Yeah, okay. Because I've
Okay.
been by the tracks the whole time,
Okay.
with the just with this dead body by my side, and I'm like, Yeah, man, don't worry. We're gonna sort this out. Like, don't even worry about it.
Accuse Raymond, what's his name? Ramont.
Chancellor Ramont.
Private.
Yeah.
Just
Just
I
have
absolutely
to do what Hercule Poirot does and get them all together, and then for why.
like death in paradise.
Well, we don't know why.
So-
We just know
They
who.
make demons.
So- Charles is like, okay, you lot, go dispose of this body. You lot, go help Hagen with the raft. Chancellor Ramont, I need to speak to you for a second about a special task.
I thought I was gonna come in dramatically with the body, and then everyone would be
You
like,
need to hide in the woods with the body and wait for my signal for maximum drama.
Bit concerned
So-
with the body on the sand.
Or busy getting.
"So are we just like,
glossed over that? Yeah.
okay, so I'm standing in the forest with the
Okay.
body, but then it looks like I did it."
No, because he needs to be
Yeah,
by the track so we can
Yeah.
prove it.
totally does.
Alright,
Charles, we need to be by the track so we can prove it was Chancellor.
okay. New plan. I round everyone up.
You're like, no, scratch that, guys. Come back.
Okay, we've got to see. This has to look good, Lars. Right? Okay,
Okay.
You
So-
don't understand. We're gay.
precisely. Right.
So you
yourself.
round everybody up, and Dame Mahanild is still lying on the sand, looking at the clouds
Yeah.
without
We'll
moving.
get to that in a minute.
Roll
Wait,
for it.
maybe we should see if like.
Let me
Wait,
see.
no, it doesn't matter. I don't care.
And
Hey,
Monk,
do you wanna go
Monk
check it?
Hammond looks over and goes, "Do you think she's okay?" And he starts heading back over.
No,
towards-
Unfortunately, she has died, but I have more pressing matters. And then I just go, there is a
Monk Hammond says,
murder.
"More pressing."
Everyone turns. Loud gasps.
I don't think it's going to be
Mercer.
such a loud gas because they all know that.
If you could please present the evidence. Mercer,
Well, I think Ezra should make an entrance first. Because if we murder among somebody like, what? And we're going to be like, but not for that body. For this one. And then Ezra can come out with it with the fucking.
no, that needs to be the finale.
Can I take a moment from my
Exiting
crafting?
the woods with the body needs to be the
He's
finale.
not in the woods.
Take a moment from my crafting and go and check if this person in the sand's actually dead.
Yeah, you do
I was
that.
You
gonna
can
suggest you,
do.
like, maybe
I'm still waiting, like next to the
Hagen,
body, like
could you
don't
make-
touch it.
As you approach, it does appear that Dame Mahanild is no longer breathing.
Oh,
Could
dear.
you make a perception check for me, please?
Me? Why could not one of you people have done this?
Monk Hammond
Engaged
is
in an act theatre.
going to come and assist, and he will give you +1 on your perception check.
Well, it doesn't help when the dice has gone under the sofa.
That never
Don't-
helps.
Losing my dice.
Oh, no.
18.
I'm not at
Massive
all
fail.
perceptive.
You're not at all perceptive, but
No. I'm
fortunately,
very good at building rafts.
Monk Hammond is quite perceptive, and he says, "Look here. There seems to be an incision in the neck."
Do you think it's an incision in the neck? So,
Why?
Like a tiny stab from a bee,
how big an incision?
or like a cut.
It looks like a kind of slightly larger than a pinprick, but you do notice that the veins leading away from that incision appear to have turned black.
Brilliant. So they've been poisoned.
bee.
And I go, Mercer, come over here now. Mercer, come and look at this.
Still carrying somebody's shoes around. What?
No, yeah.
What is happening?
Can we finish this first?
Somebody else is dead.
We know.
Any more dead on the beach while we deal with this?
The sandflies are
We
coming.
need to confront. We need to confront Ramon.
Yeah, can someone hurry up? Like I'm still just like
Hanging
next
out
to
with
this
the
dead body. I want to hurry up and get involved.
I crouched down next to the prince. This morning,
Prince.
upon rising, we noticed 2 prints leading to the castle, and only one returned.
Where did you find this
The
castle?
prints that have returned match the boots of Chancellor Ramont. I show it with a flourish. Now,
So,
Can I now march in and wail dramatically, "You killed him! You murderer!" and collapse on my knees, dramatically holding the body of this man that I can't remember the name of.
So, as you do that, Chancellor Ramont closes his eyes,
Runs
mutters something under his breath,
and
and
kills himself.
disappears.
What do you mean disappears? It disappears in like a puff of smoke.
Nope, just fades
Like a
from view.
magician?
Just goes. He's there 1 minute, he's gone the next.
Do we still have
And
to
Do that. Why did he walk?
you are
towards
now
the-
going to combat cam. Let me talk you through what's basically going on here. So you have a shoreline that is running along here. Dame Mahanild dead in the sand with Monk Hammond and Hagen. Mr. Jeronim has just been carried and placed here by Ezra, who is stood here.
In a dramatic fashion.
Throdrick's here in a dramatic fashion. Throdrick's here. Reeve Gilliam's here. Amaril Kekas is here. Chancellor Ramont was here, but has just disappeared. Charles and Mercer, where would you like to be?
We're sort of standing, presenting to the sort of wider group.
The wider group. So if I pop you here,
Yeah.
Mercer and Charles here, are you happy with that, guys?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Half just finished, right?
What's just finished?
The raft.
The raft is finished. Oh, let me draw the raft in. So I'm going to put the raft.
So in theory, Charles can just yell, "Bail!" and everyone runs to the raft.
I'm going to put the raft
And
here.
yeets their way off
So
the
it's
ice.
kind of ready to go. Let's put some.
Do we actually have any like paddles or anything for the raft though?
We all have hands.
Or are we just planning to float?
We all
Yeah,
have.
because that's a good idea and absolutely nobody's going to lose
I
their
will
balance.
say that with Hagen and Charles's exceptional crafting skills, you have some paddles.
Excellent.
Excellent.
Okay, so
We're fighting an invisible enemy who's not there. Unless these people are part
you
of
are
this.
fighting an invisible enemy.
Maybe we don't have to fist fight. Maybe we can just not fist fight. Maybe we can just talk this out.
Everyone just run to the raft and start pushing
Just
it
like,
into
remember, these are all murderers.
Just get to the raft and Bailey.
So as you make your way towards the raft, you hear from the trees over here. Can you see the trees there? Some trees here. Shouting. And a number of armoured people emerging from the trees.
Excellent.
Push it faster. Push the raft faster.
Get the oars. Get the oars.
We have to fight these people.
No, we don't. We kick the murderers towards the
Dude,
people.
Ramon can disappear. He can probably just magic them onto the other side when we
The
get.
real question is, are these people going to be on our side, as in the murderers, or are they going to join the armoured raiders that have just appeared?
Yeah, I think we need to, like,
Form an alliance.
be like, yo, why you got weapons? Chill, man. We're just saying, you killed this dude. Like, let's talk it out. Let's talk it out, man.
I'm gonna get my axe out and just.
Peace and love. Can I interest you in some yoga?
Are you planning on stoned?
No, but I just mean,
It's only one.
I don't understand why they're being attacked, why these people were in the island, you know, taken to the island, what he wants to achieve in killing them. Is there a personal grudge here? Is it something we need to know about? Have we been keeping in, like, the equivalent of, like, some war criminals? Because, you know, we just came here because some guy was like, it's gonna be a party.
Okay,
We
We're
were
just trying to figure
just
out what's happening.
can we find out the backstory, Lars?
Backstory.
Yeah.
We have to talk to them to do that.
It was already announced what they were all being accused of at the very beginning. And
yeah, do you want me to?
Drake sounds like a war criminal.
Do you want me to read you that again?
Yeah.
Oh, we found out.
Yeah, please. Okay.
Yeah, 'cause we were told who they all
So
killed.
I'm going to say that you remember what was said, and let me just read that to you.
Ezra has a good memory.
I've had a thought.
Would you like to
So-
share your thoughts?
I know that me and Charles found out that the Chancellor lost his eye because he had somebody hanged, and that person's friend did not like it and took his eye out.
Yeah,
What
and
if
I
these
did
were
say he
people that the
closed his
Chancellor couldn't
eyes.
get hanged?
He closed one eye when he closed his eyes. I forgot that for a moment.
What if these people are all people that Chancellor Ramont tried to get hanged? Because he can do that, but like maybe they got away with it, and he's like, they shouldn't have gotten away with it, and just trying to kill
So
them.
the mystery voice said,
He is the justice boy.
Amaril Kekas, you are accused of the murder of Garrick Valleydark. Throdrick Brubane, you are accused of the murder of 20 members of the Whooping Wolf clan. Reeve
that's
Gilliam, you are accused of the murder of Blue-Eyed Winton. Monk Hammond, you are accused of the murder of Maiden Tefan. Dame Mahanild, you are accused of the murder of Rosamond. Yeoman William, you are accused of the murder of Yeoman Amaric. Philibert Longriver, you are accused of the murder of Werimbert and Belle Bilberry. Chancellor Ramont, you are accused of the murder of Kennedy Scars. Mr. and Mrs. Jerningham, you are accused of the murder of Lady Leonette. How do you plead?
But that doesn't tell us like who those people were in. So that just tells us the name. So
Yeah, but you already know one of the people that was killed was just one of the colleagues of Yeoman William, so you know that he's not a war criminal. Just killed him over an affair, which implies that the others are not necessarily war criminals.
goodness, then I don't know. I just
Although one of
again
them-
fine. I'll just do what everyone else is doing.
Can
I
we
don't know
find
what
out
to do
who
anymore.
these- Can we find out who these raiders are?
What's it?
Just
get
trying
on
to
the rock.
talk to them and then
Abandon the murderers
and
and
make
let
the
it
scene better.
play
I
out
can't
from a
listen
few
to
meters
you.
offshore.
Mick, what did you
I'm
say?
just gonna get my axe out. I think Ezra was just trying to talk to them and be like, "Why we don't have to fight? What's going on?" And Charles was just
Yeah,
making
do
the
it.
yoga. I was getting my axe out and just heading straight for him.
So you're heading straight in now?
And
Yeah,
I'm a casual observer to find out what's happening. I'm waiting to find out if Ezra manages to get anything out of him.
Well, Mercy, you move 10, don't you?
yes, I do.
So you could easily get into contact with this one, this
Awesome.
one, this one, this one. And I think that would be about it.
They're like front middle.
This one?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're
What,
going
what
here.
weapon are they carrying?
So they are all carrying a sword, and they have 3 hunting spears.
Okay.
They also have light armor and a shield.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, I'll go for that one.
Okay, so you attacking?
Yes.
Wait, so we're killing them?
We're not even going to
I
talk.
am. You guys don't have to, but I am.
I feel that if you kill one immediately, we'll have lost the element of can we have a chat?
Well, I won't kill one immediately. I'll injure one, and then maybe they'll talk when they have an axe. for it.
I It's a valid strategy.
I love it.
Okay,
I missed.
you missed.
I was just like, huh.
Okay, so it would have been -2 on your.
Wow, I really missed then.
Yep. Okay. So that's your turn, Mercer. Would anybody else like to take a turn?
Ezra, go do the talky thing.
Oh God. Okay. Yeah. Okay. In which case, well, I'm next to this body. Well, I'll just yell out to them, be like, "What are you doing? What's all this? Why do you suddenly have an army?
Okay.
Please, we
so-
just want some answers here. Nobody knows what's going on.
And the leader of the group says, "We're employed by Chancellor Ramont."
Excellent.
Okay, that's chill. That's totally chill. In which case, just
Might not be.
give me a hot second. I understand you're just here doing your jobs. Chancellor Ramon, why have you hired these people, I'm guessing, to kill and murder? Why?
Yeah.
If these guys have already been to court, been on trial, everything's been cleared up, surely.
So Chancellor
Why
Ramont
this game?
pops back into vision at the back of the group. I'm going to put him here. And he says,